Have you ever wondered what happens after a car accident? Imagine the scene. Shattered glass, blaring sirens, chaos everywhere. Victims grapple with a whirlwind of immediate concerns. Medical attention, car repairs, insurance claims. But the aftermath can extend beyond the visible, into a realm of long-term impacts. Ongoing medical treatments, loss of income, emotional distress. The ripple effects can be daunting. The question then arises, so how do victims navigate these complex issues and seek the compensation they deserve? Let's take the case of John Doe, a car accident victim, to understand this process. John was driving home from work one evening when he was hit by a driver who ran a red light. The impact was severe, leaving John with multiple injuries including a broken leg, fractured ribs, and a concussion. His car, a reliable sedan he'd paid off years ago, was totaled. The immediate loss was clear: a means of transportation, a painful physical trauma, and the emotional distress that followed the collision. But beyond that, John faced long-term losses. He was a construction worker by trade, and his injuries meant he couldn't return to work for several months. His income took a significant hit. John's struggle didn't end there. He had to prove that the other driver was at fault, which meant gathering evidence such as traffic camera footage and eyewitness accounts. This process was tedious and emotionally draining. Then came the task of documenting his losses. This included not just the visible damages to his car and physical injuries, but also the less tangible losses like emotional distress and loss of earning capacity. The at-fault party's insurance company was another hurdle. They offered John a settlement that was far less than what he needed to cover his medical bills, car repair costs, and lost wages. Negotiating with the insurance company was a daunting task. They had a team of experienced lawyers and adjusters whose job was to minimize the payout. John spent months in this state of limbo, juggling his recovery, the financial strain, and the complexities of his claim. The stress was overwhelming. He felt alone in his struggle, and at times it seemed like the system was stacked against him. John's story is not unique. Many car accident victims face similar challenges. But there is a way to navigate these challenges more effectively. This is where car accident lawyers come in. Imagine being in the shoes of someone like John Doe. You've experienced a traumatic event, and now you're left to navigate the complex world of insurance claims, medical expenses, and potential court proceedings. This is the reality for many car accident victims, and it's a situation where a car accident lawyer can be an invaluable ally. Car accident lawyers specialize in understanding the intricacies of personal injury law. Their primary role is to establish the at-fault party's liability. This means they work to gather evidence, consult with experts, and build a strong case that clearly demonstrates who was at fault for the accident. It's like piecing together a puzzle, and every piece matters, from police reports and witness statements to traffic laws and accident reconstruction. But their role doesn't stop there. Car accident lawyers also document the victim's losses. This includes not only tangible costs like medical expenses and lost wages, but also intangible damages such as pain and suffering. They meticulously detail each loss to ensure it's accounted for in the compensation claim. This process can be time-consuming and complex, but it's crucial to securing a fair settlement. Now, once the liability has been established and losses documented, the next step is negotiation. Dealing with insurance companies can be a daunting task. They often have teams of lawyers working to minimize the payout, but car accident lawyers are skilled negotiators. They use their knowledge of the law, evidence gathered, and calculated losses to fight for a fair settlement on behalf of the victim. And if a fair settlement cannot be reached, car accident lawyers are prepared to represent the victim in court. They advocate for their clients, presenting the case with the aim to secure the best possible outcome. This can be a lengthy process, but the ultimate goal is always to ensure victims are compensated fairly for their losses. Car accident lawyers are not just legal experts, they are advocates for victims, fighting to ensure they get the compensation they deserve. Navigating the aftermath of a car accident can be challenging, but you don't have to do it alone. A car accident lawyer can be your guide, helping you understand your rights, assessing the full extent of your damages, and fighting for the compensation you deserve. They can be the calm in the storm, providing legal advice when you need it most. So don't hesitate to seek legal counsel as soon as possible after an accident. Remember, after a car accident, your focus should be on recovery. Let a car accident lawyer handle the rest.